In 1885, Archbishop John Ireland founded the St. Thomas Aquinas Seminary, what would later become the University of St. Thomas. He believed in equal treatment for people of all races and spoke out against racial prejudice. It would take almost 80 years before the United States government would pass the Civil Rights Act of 1964, outlawing segregation in public and private institutions, including schools. But even the Civil Rights Act did not ensure John Ireland's vision of a just society. Racism and prejudice persisted. In 1968, the Vietnam War stirred outrage in students and civilians, resulting in protests across the country. Racial tension turned into riots. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would be assassinated in April, followed by Robert Kennedy just 2 months later. That same year, Dean Bill Malovich helped to create the Minority and Foreign Student Services Department at St. Thomas to serve an increasing number of international students and students of color. In 1977, the same year that St. Thomas admitted women to the university, Miss Catherine Beecham joined the office. She would be the first full-time professional staff person to serve in the department. By the 1980s, the office has grown and Sister Sharon Howell was hired.
That was a real exciting time. Students had some very clear directions that they thought the College of St. Thomas at that time was going in. And so it was a very powerful, I guess, experience to be part of that.
She really got the arms around the group and was the driving force in terms of leadership and pushing us, making sure that we were involved on campus with different things, making sure that we were supporting each other, and making sure that we were taking advantage of everything that the university has to give to students.
In 1986, the Minority and Foreign Student Services Department split into 2 offices, creating what is now known as Multicultural Student Services and International Student Services. Aaron Benner said he would stop by the MSS office at least 4 times a week.
It became a rite of passage. You always walk by the MSS office. You know, you walk by the window, hi, someone would see you, come on in, what, I'm gonna be late for class. So I would say maybe every day I would walk by the office, in my later years, junior and senior year.
Students of color also found support in other campus offices.
Al Sigbert was a role model for me. One day he told me he watched me play football or something. I'm like, okay, but thought it was very nice that he spoke to me all the time to make me, and I know he was going on his way to make me feel welcome on this campus. He's still a mentor of mine to this day.
David Hodinger remembers volunteering with the multicultural student organization HANA, created with support from MSS.
We welcomed a bunch of kids from St. Joseph's Children's Home, and we had a great event prior to Christmas where we invited them to the gym. And I still remember, playing with those children and, kind of know that this may be an opportunity for you, and given the fact of the circumstances in which they were in. I always remember that day in terms of just making a connection with those kids and how we as a group made that connection.
MSS events provide opportunities for students to build community by meeting and connecting with one another.
The MSS Fun Night and the retreat have been a lot of fun, and it's definitely been nice in terms of like building that community and giving me more opportunities to connect with students.
So Summer Academy 9 to 10, Real Program 10 to 11.
Though MSS has helped students connect socially, develop leadership skills, and get involved in campus life, its main mission is to support students' academic success.
And I remember walking right down here, and we're lining up on graduation day. And I still didn't believe I was going to be graduating until I saw my name on the program.
Aaron A. Benner.
I still remember that. So when I look at that football field, I don't even think about football. I think about walking across the field to get my diploma.
Today, the university understands that the work of MSS is central to both its Catholic identity and its commitment to respecting the inherent dignity of each person and to value the unique contributions that they bring.
I am thrilled with the rededication of the university to its mission toward diversity. We do it because we are Catholic, not because somebody else is Catholic, and I'm very excited about that.
Archbishop Harry Flynn wrote a pastoral letter on racism, stating that, "We cannot be true to the demands of the gospel if we do not act justly. if we do not act to root out racism in the structures of our society and our church. And we cannot achieve personal holiness if we do not love tenderly, if we do not love and respect all human beings, regardless of their race, language, or ethnic heritage.
Thank you so much for assembling here today.
A lot of times when things happen on campus, I get kind of worked up and my focus starts to veer away from why I'm here in the first place.
It's really critical to remember sort of our history and where, the people who came before us and the challenges that they were able to overcome and continue to kind of press on, if you will.
And I mean, the office definitely, is the first one quick to say, you are a student, you better be going to class, focus on that homework that you have. Yeah, this is something that, emotionally, it's gonna, affect you and drain you, but don't give it all your time. That's something that has helped, kind of bring me back to, okay, well, I need to deal with, the most important thing right now, and that's getting my bachelor's degree.
But how do you overcome that? How do you learn to think critically and, again, kind of slow yourself down to think about the bigger picture and what it is that you really want to accomplish?
Leah Zhang, who now works in the Federal Reserve Bank in Philadelphia, remembers serving on the Asia Committee of HANA.
Through St. Thomas and through school and through MSS, you just realize that, hey, you could have dreams, and you start thinking about stuff. So it kind of formed my identity to dream bigger, to want more. And also it made you really look at your community and kind of see, hey, what can I do to help the Hmong community progress faster, to take advantage of their education.
2008 marks the 40th anniversary of the Office of Multicultural Student Services.
Does it mean that we probably, in our lifetime, perhaps we'll see the eradication of social injustice in our society and racism and things of that nature, but at least we can try to affect the next generations to come so that they can learn from those things.
John Ireland's legacy of supporting equal rights for all people continues.
That's definitely one of the few spots on campus where I can go and be completely myself, completely comfortable.
I hope it is a valued resource to students of color that come to the university, but I was also just a huge advocate for saying everybody's welcome, no matter who you are.
They're my family, they're my support system, so yeah, they're everything.
Keep going. Just keep going. Don't look back. You are standing on the shoulders of folks who want you to keep going.